First disclaimer, like I said, it's late. My volume and the lady. If only y'all can see what I'm working with. But like I said, it's late. Originally, this video was supposed to be like a cozy fall reading vlog kind of thing. Didn't happen. Why didn't that happen? I've been busy. Honestly, I got behind on my content schedule. So, like, I have two channels. I don't only have this channel, I also have my main channel. I think it says, yeah, this is my first video on this channel. So, if you don't know, I also have a main channel. Definitely go check that out. I don't know if I mentioned that in the intro clip, but I do have a main channel where I post, like, lifestyle vlogs, all that jazz over there. But yeah, and now basically I'm not only on a time crunch, but just overall I haven't been reading, and it's October 26th. Basically it's the end of the month, and I feel like I'm only like halfway through my TBR. So, and don't get me wrong, I want to say I decided I want to start reading like the second week in this month, so it's not like I had that like a full month to begin with, but still I should have been able to read, like, complete my TBR. Like, the books I set out to read, I should have been able to finish them. So, with that being said, this video now turned into a reading for 24 hours video. Now, I just realized that I never came to the conclusion on how I wanted to do this. But I think that I'm going to set a timer. And we are going to read for 24 hours. Simply because I think I'm going to start this video, like I said, it's 4 a.m. But I think I'm going to start this video at 6. My current read. Right now, I am on The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And I am 97 pages in. Excuse me. My computer sees what I mean. Pretty sure that I'm going to be working on finishing this first. That is going to be my main goal at the start of this. Excuse my nails. Just realized I never said this to you. My mother-in-law started them last night, but she's supposed to be finishing them later today. Regardless, okay. This is my first. Depending on how we feel about this when we finish it, we might go ahead and jump into the final gambit. Now, if we're not feeling the final gambit after we're done with that book, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this trilogy, which is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. So we're looking at this as our potential TBR. I went to sleep. I definitely went to sleep. Last time I spoke to y'all, it was like 4 a.m. Yeah, I went to sleep like around 5. It's like 7:55 and I'm done with my skincare. I'm here talking to y'all. And basically we about to get this 24-hour reading vlog started. I just wanted to come on here and update. I had to take a little power nap because I don't know if I was gonna make it through it with a car. It's never good. Sky Hawthorne. The mother of the boys is a lunatic. Like, that low-key just woke me up because what is wrong with you? I'm on page 101 of the second book. So if you know, you know. Spoiler free. Let me turn this down. Hello guys. I'm using natural lighting, so that's why it looks like that. So for all y'all, I don't have a ring light. Not much I can do. So after the clip that you guys saw of me reading in the morning, I actually ended up going to sleep. Basically, we're gonna go ahead and start our 24-hour timer. So right now it is 4:30 on the dot. That's crazy. That's exactly when I'm going to start this. I'm going to start my timer and we're going to read. I'm currently on page 101, chapter 24 of the Hawthorne Legacy. Hopefully we can 101 get about 240 something pages. Probably finish this by today, depending on how much reading I can get done. It's been hours later. After that first hour of me reading, you guys saw, I got through like 64 pages of. I keep wanting to call it an inheritance game. The Hawthorne's Legacy. I got through 64 pages of this, and then I ended up falling asleep, y'all. As soon as I woke up, I actually ended up finishing my nails. So that took however long that took. It's now 11 o'clock, but this is what my nails look like, y'all. Try to show you the little designs, whatever. They came out mad cute. I'm about to go ahead and continue because we have 23 more hours. We have 23 more hours of this. I'm about to go out in the living room and just read while I have Halloween movies playing in the background. I don't know if I'm gonna have Halloween music, like background music, or just like my favorite Halloween movies, because I've been like low-key binge watching those with Halloween being around the corner. Hello guys, it is the next day. It's actually the next night. So last night we got about 2 hours of reading. And then this afternoon we got about 1 hour of reading. Y'all, I didn't realize how busy I was gonna be. Not really just busy, but overall just tired. I was supposed to start this part, like I was supposed to start reading again at like 5 in the afternoon. Like I was supposed to film the update for y'all and then start a new book, because I finished the book I was on, which is the Hawthorne's Legacy. I finished it, y'all. So that's when I wanted to go ahead and start my next book, but I ended up falling asleep. And that was like around 5 in the afternoon. It's now later in the night and we are gonna get some more reading done. Hopefully, I don't know how much. I'm not gonna put an estimate. I'm not gonna make a goal. The goal is to just read as much as possible for tonight. I'm gonna start the final gambit. I really liked how this finished off, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely go check my wrap up when it's out, because I will definitely be talking more about the series in general, considering that hopefully I will be done with all 3 books by the time I film my wrap up. I'm gonna get some stuff done before I sit down and start reading for the night, but I'm excited. All I'm gonna say is, if you are familiar with the series and you are on this book by now, or like if you read the first book and you're on the second book by now, you know that there's sort of like a love interest going on with her and like multiple of the brothers. If I do say so, I'm not trying to give you a spoiler, but like I don't feel like that's a spoiler. Regardless, she finally chooses one at the end of this book, which is why I'm intrigued to figure out how that goes in this book. You gotta talk a little loud, like I'm not trying to be loud. Okay, it's the next day. It is like 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I keep not wasting time, y'all, but because I went to sleep so late last night, I slept in. So by the time I'm like sitting down to do this, it's 4 o'clock. So I only got 71 pages into this. So we still have damn near 300 pages to go. Regardless, we're gonna finish this today. We're gonna try to finish this as soon as possible so that I can move on to my next book before like it gets late in the night, so that maybe starting a new book later tonight will keep me up through the night, because I still have 19 hours and 30 minutes to go. Let me show you the timer. That is what the timer is looking like, y'all. 19 hours, 38 minutes, and 29 seconds. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get into reading. Hello guys, I'm actually eating breakfast, so if I pause in between everything to eat, just bear with me. Let me give y'all a rundown real quick. I didn't film yesterday. Yes, I got some reading done. I didn't film. I only got about like an hour, like 40 minutes of reading in between like car rides. I was running errands all day yesterday. So, not all day, but you get what I mean. A large portion of my day went into running errands. So I was reading in the car as we were going from place to place. I got about 40 minutes reading done in that time period. I came home and got more reading done. I'm not sure how many hours I got done, but I do know that I finished the Final Gambit. And let me tell y'all. Well, actually, I'm not going to tell y'all too much because my wrap-up should be up after this video, so definitely stay tuned for that. It is October 30th. I'm only halfway through this challenge. I'm on like day 4 or 5. Not really sure. I think today's 5. And we're only halfway through. Like, I literally still have 13 hours on my timer. So I didn't expect this to go the way it did. I'm not gonna hold y'all. At first I was getting a little discouraged because I realized like, yo, I don't have that much time to read throughout the days when I have so much other things that I need to get done, especially with like the editing and the uploading and so it's been taking me a couple days, and I really did not want to take this long. So the next time I do a 24-hour readathon, I'm definitely gonna like schedule it to where I'm gonna try it a different way next time. Not that there's anything wrong with this way, and I'll probably do this way again in the future, but I feel like I'll probably do it to where I divide like 12 and 12 and try to get it done in between 2-3 days, as opposed this will probably take me like, this is gonna take me like damn near a week, I want to say. So it like low-key defeats the purpose. Not really, because I'm still reading for like an entire 24-hour span in this video, and that's what you guys are seeing. But you know what I'm saying? It's just getting dragged on for me. Like me personally, the person filming this, the person reading these books for the time period, the days. I'm not saying it's putting me in a reading slump. because I enjoy it. I'm enjoying the books I'm reading. It's just I don't want it to if it continues to go downhill. Some little minor thoughts. This book, okay, I want to say I need to work on my memory for when, because I finished the Hunger Games a minute ago. It's been 2 books, 3 counting this one, since I read the Inheritance Games. I read 3 books since then, including this one. So it's been a minute. 3 books is a long, it's a gap. I've been told so much information, so much words and storylines, like you know what I mean, and there's a gap. Point is, I gave the first book a 4.5. I gave the second book a 4. This one, it's not a 5-star read. I know it's not a 5-star read, y'all, but it's like I don't want to give it the same rating as the first one. But if I'm being honest with you guys, it is the same rating because I can't decide which one's better. Like, I can't decide if I like the first one or the last one better, because the way this ended, chef's kiss. Like, at first I thought it was gonna be like a shit ending. I can't tell y'all why, obviously spoiler free, but it wasn't. Like, at first it was headed down that path and I was like, oh, what is she doing? But then the very end, like the final, you know, page type thing, I was like, oh yeah, she did that. Definitely got me like, okay, yes. And it definitely made me want to get the 4th book. At first I was like, because I thought that it was like a prequel, or like from the same, like in the same time frame, just different point of view. But it's not. It's after this book from a different point of view. So it does proceed. The storyline continues. Because I did read because you know how like some of the books be having like preview chapters. So it has a preview chapter of the 4th book, and then it has a preview chapter of The Naturals, which is another series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which I do want to read, but I'll probably read that one next fall, like next Halloween season. If I do get to it before, then I will at some point next year. But for right now, we're putting the spooky thriller stuff to the side, unless we feel otherwise at any point. But right now, we're getting into the holiday season, so I'm still in my fall mood. So for November, you guys will see fall books still, but we're definitely getting into the holiday season. So romance and like holiday books and that kind of jazz. Well, okay, but I don't know, y'all. I guess you'll have to watch my wrap up to see what thoughts I come to the conclusion, because I honestly have no idea. I don't. But I just know that I don't want to leave them at the same rating. I might. If I can't make up my mind, I might, but I don't want to. So we'll see. Moving forward, let me go get my next book. But this is the book that I'm going to be reading next. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I think I did mention this to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and continue on with this trilogy. I believe it is a trilogy. But with it being the spooky season, well, not spooky season, because spooky season over, y'all. Halloween tomorrow. But with it being, you know, Halloween, the day before Halloween and Halloween tomorrow, I think this is the perfect series to end the month with. I've been wanting to read this book since I was literally in middle school, when it first, you know, started blowing up. And it's basically about a high school senior who does a project about an old murder that happened in her town. And she basically comes to the conclusion that the person they said that did it is not the one who did it. And now she's trying to figure out who did it, why they did it, evidence, brain, what. True crime. We'll figure it out. It's by Holly Jackson, and we're definitely starting it today. I have a video to edit, so we'll start it later. But I did want to update you guys. We're on our 3rd book for this video. Second half, home stretch. Let's get it done. I'm trying to stand in front of the light, but I'm not trying to show y'all my boyfriend because he's asleep right there. But I'm not trying to get up and be in front of the window because there's people in the backyard. So we're like stuck in this very much one section, like this one spot. Hey y'all, it's the next day. Y'all, can you believe we're on day 6 of this? Today's day 6. Yesterday I only got about 89 pages done. Yeah, about 80 pages, about 90 pages of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I really was debating staying up last night and reading, but then I was supposed to get up early today, but then I didn't get up early today because today was a really cold morning. Anytime it's a cold morning, you can count on the fact that I'm gonna be in bed for an extra little minute. I low-key regret doing this video, not only for like my first video, but like I just started getting back into my content. Like I took a break and now I'm back uploading not only on this channel but my main channel, and then both my book talk and then my main TikTok. I need to make a plan because like I said, I still have 11 hours to read. I'm finishing this tomorrow. Like there's no negotiating about it. Like even if I work tomorrow, I'm finishing this tomorrow, because here's my whole thing. Tomorrow's November 1st, so now we're talking about a whole other month of reading. Okay, I haven't read for the day, like I said, so I'll come back on here when I'm reading for the first time for the day. The last time we spoke, okay, the last time we spoke was yesterday at like 8 something, and I was on page 89 of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It is now 1 a.m. the following night, and I just finished A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I give this book a 3-star rating. Yeah. All I'm gonna say for right now, the reason why it's a 3-star, I almost gave it a 3.5 star, but it's just, it didn't have that wow factor for me, if that makes sense. Like, it was a good book. It wasn't bad. It was predictable, but I feel like a lot of mysteries nowadays are just predictable for me. Like, that's a really big thing for me. It was just a bit predictable for me, not in a bad way, but it was just like I saw everything coming. And then, like I said, there was no wow factor, and at no point in the book was I like, other than the part when, well, spoiler free, so I can't really say that, but like one thing that happens in the book, and if that one thing were to happen in like anything else, any other movie, show, series, book, whatever, like I would shut down. Like, it's just like a universal thing for me. So not really specifically to the book, but yeah, so I really didn't do anything for the rating. But yeah, other than that, I will say that this book did teach me a valuable lesson on not buying the second book to a series when I read the first book. Like, I think I need to stick to a new rule of only purchasing the first book in a series no matter what. Not even no matter what. Well, no matter what-ish. Like, if I know, like, if I'm like 90% sure that I'm gonna enjoy the series, then maybe I'll let myself, like, if I know, then I know. But if I'm like, I don't know if I'm even gonna like the first book, I'm not gonna go ahead and get the second book, even if I know how I am about a series. And like, if I like the first book, I know I need to get the second book. Girl, you're just gonna have to wait, because realistically speaking, if I didn't already have the second book, I probably wouldn't have wanted to purchase it after reading the first book, if that makes sense. So yeah, regardless, I have 5 more hours and 4 minutes of my timer left. I'm not even gonna go on a rampage on how I feel about this entire video and how it played out in terms of like my time frame and how long it took me to film this video, but I think we're on day 7, which means that tomorrow would be day 6. Why am I counting backwards? Tomorrow would be day 8, which means this video took me over a week. It took me over a week to get 24 hours of reading done. Now, don't get me wrong, I just started reading, literally second week of October, first week of October, I literally picked up one of the books I had in my very, very small TBR, physical TBR that I had, and boom, I was like, I'm gonna start reading again. We are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books later. Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 books later. Here we are. I am now about to start my 7th book of the year. Literally just started my reading journey over again. So, with that being said, I am kind of like cutting myself some slack and not being so hard on myself. This video is still gonna go up. We're gonna try to make it as, like, you know, straight to the point as I can make it. I have 5 more hours of reading, which means it's 1:24, which means I'm hoping that this book is better than the first one. Not better, well, yes, obviously better, because why wouldn't I want it to be better? But you know what I mean, like, I'm not trying to shit on the first one. But so basically, this one, the main characters in the first one, was it both of them or just the female main character? Okay, no, her. Okay. She basically has now released a true crime podcast, and basically there's another murder or disappearance, and that is like low-key connected, or it happens the same anniversary as the disappearances that are talked about in the first book. And basically, like, she's trying to find like the connections between them, what actually happened this time around with this situation. So hopefully different scenario, different case, different person, different situation, different rating realistically. But we're gonna get into it. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this book within the 5-hour time frame. I thought I was, but I'm not too positive anymore. That's crazy. I finished. That was my timer. It cut off because my timer went off. Y'all, I think it's like day 8 or 9. I have no idea. And it's like 9:49 p.m. and I just finished. I still have like 100 more pages of this book though. Hold on. Where am I? How many pages does this book have? Yeah. I really have 100 more pages of this book. So, with that being said, I am going to record my log for my short, and then we are probably going to continue reading, because in order for me to give you my full thoughts on this book, I need to finish it. And because I literally only have 100 more pages, we're going to finish it before I give y'all the wrap up. So let me finish this up, and then we'll come back and wrap up the whole video. Because boy, have I been waiting for this. Excuse my appearance. It's like 12 a.m. and it's cold. It's mad cold, so we bundled up. Oh, we finished. It's like a little bit after the clip y'all seen of me finishing my timer in 24 hours, like officially ending it. I did tell y'all I was gonna finish Good Girl Bad Blood, and I did. I finished it. And now it's time for me to do the wrap up. Oh fuck, so y'all wasn't gonna tell me that the Doritos bag was on the bed? Cool. I'm not refilming it. Okay, but anyways, let's go over all these books, because I'm ready to end this video. I'm ready to move on. I'm definitely gonna take a little break. Probably not gonna read today or tomorrow. The first book I read, y'all know, is The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Now, this is the second book in the Inheritance Games series, and I read this book, I think I read the first book and then I read 2 books in between that. So, yeah, because I read the first book, then I read another book, because this book was on the way, and then I started this book, but then I really wanted to read a different book at that point in time, so I went and read that book, and then I came back to this. Then I finished this book. This book got a 3-star rating, I believe. It wasn't better than the first one. It was kind of just if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like that happens a lot when you're talking about the middle of a series, because y'all know how it gets. It was good though. I will say that the ending definitely had me wanting to go straight into the third book, which is the second book we read in this video. I did give this book a 4.5-star rating, which is the same rating that I gave the first book in the series. At first, I think I did mention to you guys, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just came to the conclusion that I didn't know. I took to this is why I don't like reading books in between a series, unless like the series is like OD long, or like obviously the books have not released yet. But if the entire series is out, or whatever of the series is out, I like to read it, because this happens. Like, I remember the first book obviously, but like I don't remember it enough to like full on compare it to the third book. So it's like I can't sit here and tell you why I think this one's better or not. You get what I'm saying? I can't really do a proper comparison. So we're just gonna leave it at the same rating. And yeah, so we have a 3-star rate and a 4.5-star rate. It just wasn't a 5-star rate, honestly. I think I did mention to you guys the ending and how I really enjoyed that, and that's why I was like, okay, definitely better than the second book. But yeah, definitely made me want to get the 4th book, which is a part of my November TBR. So hopefully I can get my hands on it, and that'll be a part of my November not TBR, well yeah, TBR, but wrap up in terms of hearing my thoughts on it. Then moving along to another series, which is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. Now, this book got a 3-star rating. I don't think I talked too much about it. I think I said it was like predictable and stuff like that. At the beginning of the series, I was very much like confused, because it just felt like the logistics of it all. It's like, did the police even investigate for real? You get what I'm saying? Like, everything that she was kind of coming to find out, and like through like the people she was talking to, the questions she was asking was like, did the police even try? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was just yeah. I did mention how this book had taught me a lesson about how I should never buy the second book in the series without knowing 100% if I was going to enjoy it, because this book, like, I wouldn't have bought the second book if it wasn't for this one. Not if I hadn't already bought it. Like, if I wouldn't have bought the book already, and I read this one, I wouldn't have bought the book. I don't know if I just said that right. Point is, if I didn't already have the second book, I wouldn't have bought it. It's basically what I'm saying, but I already have it, so I read it. Point is, a good girl, not a good girl, bitch, good girl, bad blood. 3.5 star rating. It actually, well, towards the end, don't get me wrong, like, it took a little turn, like, you know what I mean, like, a little aspect got thrown in there, so I was like, oh, okay. Like, at the end, it wasn't predictable. I was very much like, what is going on, what's gonna happen, like, edge of my seat type thing, but it was still, it was like, actually, it wasn't low-key predictable. I was low-key confused the whole thing. Not confused, but, like, I didn't know what was going on, what really happened to Jamie, like, what were we talking about right now? But it still wasn't like, oh my god. So I don't want to say, like, I can't sit here and tell you like it was a 4-star read, maybe a 3.75 star read, but I don't know. How did it end again? Honestly, I didn't like the whole Max Hastings thing. I really I hope that's not really a spoiler. It really isn't, if you think about it, because I'm not telling you what it is. Like, obviously there's something that pertains to him, but like, oh, you know, something that pertains to him. Let me stop. I'm not cutting out, but for real though, that's not a spoiler. It just pertains to him. I didn't like that. And then what else? The ending. So basically, I'm assuming that the third book is probably going to be her going after the said villain that turns out to be known at the end of this book. Yeah. I was like, wait, I can't tell y'all. I have to get myself used to this whole spoiler thing, like saying things without actually saying things, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Will I be getting the third book? I want to say yes, but I want to say I probably won't be getting the third book no time soon, if that makes sense. Just because, although I know how I am, and that if I wait long enough, I'll probably completely forget the first and second book by the time I read the third book. But I also feel like I could have went perfectly fine reading this book without knowing or remembering much of the first book. Because yes, there were references from, like, you know, this book to that, and like, yes, I got them, but like, they weren't, like, knowing that there were references wasn't crucial. Like, if you didn't know that that was mentioned in the first book, like, it wasn't a big deal. You still understood the point, still got across. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'll probably get the third book. Just probably like next year, Halloween season type of thing. Or I don't know if I get to it at some point. If it's on sale or something. I don't know. I'm a completionist, so I know. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. It's not a bad series to, it's not a bad series where I'm like, it's not a bad story. I don't know if y'all could hear, but my man out there playing a game. So if y'all was hearing stuff in the background the whole time, it was him. But y'all, I don't know what I was saying. I think I was talking about the third book. It don't matter. I kind of repeated my real life 5 times. Oops. I'm just glad it's over. I'm sorry. That was probably a little loud. I hate to say it, but it was just taking too damn long. This took me like 8 days. Honestly, okay, quick little disclaimer. This is my first reading challenge. I just started reading. I didn't think it was taking me this long. I honestly didn't realize like how my reading speed or anything like that, or like the time I had of reading, because I feel like that's really obviously what prolonged this, because some days I got like an hour or like 40 minutes. I only like read like 30-40 pages. Like, it wasn't good. So point is, there's some factors that played in, or did I say that? Some factors played a part in it. Oh my fucking god. I really don't know what I'm saying, if I'm being honest with you. I hope you enjoyed. I just realized this is my first video on this channel. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, or if you like the video, of course, if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to keep seeing more of me and my book content, my reading journey. If you're into books and you like reading, subscribe, turn post notifications on, comment down below. Honestly, some book suggestions, y'all. I've been on Goodreads, I've been looking at lists, I've been watching booktube videos, all that jazz non-stop lately. I literally feel like I'm 11 again because that's when I was first obsessed with all of this, like the booktubers back then. I honestly haven't been watching none of the booktubers I watched back then, so I should probably low-key like watch some of their videos, get a little nostalgia going. But yeah, we're done. I will see you guys in the next one. My next video will be a wrap-up, my October wrap-up. Unfortunately for y'all, but not really. I will be going into depth. No, yeah, so not unfortunately. I will be going more into depth about these books in that video because this is like 50% of my wrap-up. I read like 3 other books other than the ones you are seeing right here, so I will be touching base on those and these and all of jazz. So I read a total of 3. I might be good at reading, but don't ask me nothing about no numbers. Just don't do it. I read a total of 7 books. I was aiming for like 9, but 2 off isn't too bad, especially for my first month of reading. Especially for my first month of reading, and I decided to read like the second weekend of the month. So 3 weeks, first month. I think we did good. So stay tuned for that. Turn post notifications on so you're notified when it's up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.